they are willing to customize, gaano ba kamura yung matitipid namin. If on the other hand, you're already planning to postpone or reschedule, I have 3 tips for you. Hey everyone! Welcome to my YouTube channel. During my last episode, you got to know me and some of my dearest industry friends. But you know what? Honestly, for the start of this year, it has not really been good for all of us because of the COVID pandemic. And I really miss doing my usual routine, attending meetings, doing oculars, doing food tastings. I really miss work. So, for today's topic, I'll be answering a lot of frequently asked questions by my couples with regards to wedding planning during the time of COVID-19. So, I even have these note cards with me. O, diba? Prepared ako. A lot of my soon-to-weds are really filled with questions on how to plan for their wedding. Mag-move on to what date? Do we do civil wedding na lang muna? How about intimate church wedding? Or do we just ultimately move everything to next year? And I know it can be very frustrating. And so because of the unprecedented things happening around us, answers won't even be found in wedding books such as this. So let's just get started. If your book date is in the later part of the year, like October, November, or December, please hold on to your dates, but do start making a plan B if the MGCQ or the new normal doesn't happen any sooner. At this point, we don't know when, so it can be a bit frustrating. So please be very patient. If on the other hand, you're already planning to postpone or reschedule, I have 3 tips for you. First, consider moving your wedding date within 1 year of your original date so you can avoid price increases. 2, please choose a weekday, as most likely, most weekends are already full. And 3, you can even consider doing a lunch wedding. Why not? Postponing will give you more time to plan for your big wedding day. In fact, most suppliers would welcome that and will even help you find a new date. Also, it's more practical because your deposits will remain intact. Just in case there is a conflict of the dates with your supplier, do check the possibility of having an associate of them do your wedding. But sometimes it happens that some couples will cancel altogether because of budget constraints. But hold on, you can always opt to have a simpler celebration or an intimate wedding, and I'm sure most wedding suppliers are very much willing to help you achieve it. Later on, I'll talk more about that. Just remember that before making any decision, it's best to consult with your planner or coordinator first so you know all your options. Now, for those without planners, you can always talk directly to your suppliers. One stumbling block faced by most soon-to-weds is finding a new date kasi nga most churches are still closed. We actually called up Santuario de San Antonio, and as of today, they're still closed, but they said might open once MGCQ happens. Manila Cathedral, on the other hand, can be available via phone, and they have some good news by saying that their canonical interview and pre-Cana can most likely be done by Zoom but still underway. So at least there's a high-tech news about Manila Cathedral, right? So it really depends on which parish or church you applied for your wedding. So let's just be vigilant on waiting for them na maka-open para we can get to establish our new dates. Hopefully, with the online process going on with some churches, I hope and I really hope this can be done faster. For those who want to do an intimate celebration, it's really a matter of personal preference at pwedeng-pwede naman. In fact, the church already allowed having a celebration of about 10 people inside the church, and it's the same for civil wedding and also for Christian weddings. Now, for the venue of your reception, it can also be done in the comforts of your own home, in your own backyard or garden. And also recently, I reached out to the Sales and Marketing Director of Marco Polo Ortigas, Miss Cristina Cruz, to ask her what are these intimate packages that they are preparing. I also reached out to event stylist Dave Sandoval on what are the alternative things that he can suggest to do an intimate celebration. with regards to styling. So let's see what are the things they're planning for an intimate celebration.
Once MGCQ is declared, Marco Polo Ortigas Manila will only allow 50% of the total capacity of the function room. At any given point, only 75 guests will be allowed for an intimate wedding. And we can also have an intimate event at Views Bar to capitalize and to experience the skyline of Pasig City. Marco Polo Ortigas Manila is an accredited and certified hotel by DOT to operate during and after the community quarantine. A complete and updated guideline will be given to clients as needed.
Planning a big or intimate wedding is pretty much the same. Because 1. We still get the client's preference. 2. We design based on your theme and overall vision. Number 3. We still use your preferred flowers and accessories. And lastly, we also do ocular inspection of the venue, either on-site or online. The difference is really more on the execution part. Because before, we're dealing with big spaces and huge number of guests. We require a lot of time to transform a venue. But now, since it's intimate and small, we can do it in lesser hours.
A lot of couples are asking if they plan to do an intimate wedding, can they do without a coordinator on the day itself? I honestly feel that a wedding coordinator is still needed because most likely wedding suppliers would need our assistance with regards to moving around, doing some adjustments, especially that the place that you're gonna work is most likely uncharted territory or hindi sila familiar. So like for example, during the last civil wedding we had, it was not the usual terrain of most wedding people. So the coordinators would be very much helpful in making things more faster and smoother for everyone. Again, for those who are asking, where can an intimate celebration be held or which venues are available for a smaller celebration? Honestly, there's a lot. And it can even be in your own backyard, in your own garden, as I've mentioned. There are also hotels that are actually adjusting for this, even restaurants. And actually, I also have an ongoing bridal fair online that will happen. It will run for 3 months and it will have a lot of venues there. You can actually choose in that bridal fair online. And there will be promos and discounts available. So do check that out and block that in your calendar. A lot of soon-to-weds are also asking, ready na ba ang wedding industry with safety guidelines with regards to holding a celebration even for an intimate one? Honestly, right now, there is actually a manual already being prepared wherein i-cover lahat ng mga safety guidelines and protocols that must be observed by each of the wedding suppliers. Don't worry because right now, everyone is working on making this final and hopefully, once it's approved by IATF, we will all be assured that number 1 priority talaga ang safety ng not just the soon-to-weds, but also your guests and also the wedding suppliers. A lot are also asking, how much will it cost if we opt for an intimate wedding na lang? Gaano ba kamura yung matitipid namin? Honestly, I think this particular question needs a separate episode, but just to give you a basic idea, most wedding suppliers are now very sensitive to your needs. They are willing to customize and give you better rates for your intimate wedding. In fact, in other latest bridal fairs that I've seen, most wedding suppliers are actually giving more than 20%, even 50% discount on the rates. If you need to cut down on your guests but you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, I suggest that you send them a survey form. Essentially, this survey form will ask them if they will still be comfortable attending your wedding on, let's say, a particular date. In this way, they will be the one deciding for themselves and it will be easier for you to finalize your guest list and make the cut. For those who are itching on doing something while at home, there are a lot of things that you can do while waiting it out. For example, do you know that it's so hard to write your personal vows? So actually, this early, you can start composing and not doing it like crunch time last minute. You can always continue to talk to your coordinator and to your suppliers just to be updated on what's happening already with government regulations. Also, you can reach out to your guests so you can have final decision for your guest list. You can also update your wedding website if you have one. Why not start compiling your wedding songs? It's not always easy to do. You can also plan on sending out save the dates because you have a new date coming up. And then of course, why not start thinking of what you can give as gifts for your principal sponsors and even for your entourage. So for now, do learn how to relax and to chill. Why not prepare for your big day by continuing with your exercise regimen, doing your usual beauty rituals? Why not pick up a new hobby? Or maybe why not distress through TikTok? Just joking, but why not, right? So that's it. I hope this episode helped in clarifying some of the pressing questions that you have. If you have more questions, please comment down below. And if you have any ideas or suggestions on what vlog I should do next, please do tell me. And before I forget, a special shout out to event stylist Dave Sandoval for sending over this beautiful backdrop behind me. This beautiful all pink flowers, so pretty. Thank you so much, Dave, for sending it over. So, thank you guys for tuning in. But please don't forget to click like and subscribe. See you on my next episode.